My mom screamed. Hold on,
Please, I want to hear this scream.
Alright, okay. I'll just do my best impression of her. Andy, what have you done?
Welcome back to another podcast. Quick, grab yourself a cold bevy, sit back, and relax.
Playing. There we go. Now it's recording.
Why is it playing?
Looks alright. Welcome back to another
podcast.
Welcome back. You probably heard our new intro.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere.
Yep.
Don't know if
Actually, that's my dad. So it is.
it's
Paid him.
definitely not his dad.
It's my mom.
We have a strange setup at the minute. This is the garage. This is my garage.
It is. And this is his blanket.
This is work in progress. We got two mics going on.
I
at
like the
minute.
way the table looks on camera.
It looks okay.
It looks better
It
than
looks-
our perspective.
Yeah, it looks trash.
It's working though.
Today's podcast, we don't really know what we're doing. I think we're just gonna have some reminiscing times.
Times. Yeah, we had an idea, like a really basic one. We didn't really delve into it too much. It was just like childhood stories.
So
That's what it
just some memories from when we were younger. What we
Sure,
were like. You probably don't know our stories.
Exactly, but I'm
We
sure
know each
they-
other's stories, but we're just gonna pretend like we don't for the podcast.
Like my name's Aaron. Hello,
All right, nice to meet you. My name's Logan.
Logan.
Logan, like Logan.
A.N.
Yeah.
Okay. Can't remember that.
Like the guy said in the intro, grab yourself a cold bevy and. Ooh,
That was
good.
perfect.
That was a good crack. Probably should have
Let me
used
try
that
it.
as opposed to the one we were actually using. That's not gonna work. Please no, you're just gonna make a mess.
I just destroyed my straw.
Oh, don't know how that sounded. Just bumped the table and the
Yeah, don't do that.
The charge just went
Don't do that.
haywire.
The charge.
The charts.
Oh,
Where you
right.
like waveforms. So do you want to start us
The
off?
what forms? Let me see.
The waveform.
The what?
The
What was it
waveforms.
before that?
I don't know what I said. Right.
Start
Start us off with just a story from your past.
Okay.
Something that you just
One that
distinctly remember.
just right now that came to memory there was I don't even know the background of this. I just remember my sister. I was annoying her for some reason, just because that's what you do.
Siblings, eh? Oh,
And I was
those
in a
were the
room.
days.
I was in a room. There's gonna be plenty of stories with my sister, if I remember them all. But I was in a room just bugging her for whatever reason, and she had roller skates on for some reason. I don't have any idea why.
In her room?
In her room, carpet,
Nice.
not like marble or whatever.
Marble?
Whatever you'd have it in.
Wood?
But yeah, she had roller skates on in her room, and then kicked me right in the testes.
Right in the
And
nuts.
It was like the tip of the wheel.
Sack tap. This week.
It was like full swing. I feel like it carried her a wee bit because of like the weight of the actual.
And her other foot's
boot.
not stable. It's on
Definitely
wheels.
not. But she gave a good swing in that, and I dropped.
Some good momentum there.
Definitely was. I just dropped.
I have a story similar to that. It's not even to do with me. In primary school, one of our close friends, Connor Shaw, he was, don't even know what we were doing. We were just annoying someone, just like you do, just like kids do, you know? She just turned around, booted him as hard as she could in the nuts, and I swear I've never seen him hit the ground so quick in his life. He just dropped to his knees, and I kept making the joke that his testicles just came up to his throat, and he just got all choked up. It was the worst nut injury I've
You've
seen.
seen?
Yeah, I've heard worse, but I physically saw that one. I'm gonna sneeze. Probably gonna cut this part out.
What is that one?
Hay fever's a bitch. Shush.
Says Buzz. But
Carry on.
yeah. Well, actually, going off that, I remember Connor hit me in the wee
In the ghouls.
in the ghouls one time in school. It was a good tap. I can't even remember if it was his foot or it was his hand, but it got me like tearing up and all. It was bad. It wasn't even like because of it was sore obviously when he hit me, but like it was just the embarrassment of it too.
Oh, yeah.
Because like I was like,
People saw.
I'm scundered now.
We have a lot of sort of those. It was a weird secondary school time where kids just punched each other in the nuts for no reason. I don't know why.
The capital of what was it? Thailand. Capital of Thailand is Bangkok.
And then you just get slapped.
Rinsed, put through the dryer.
Slapping the nuts. Good wee story I have to do with my brother. It's not a good story at all. I was a horrible wee shit. Stefan has never actually physically hit me, because he's a decent human being. Yeah, I'm too quick. He's a decent human being, and no matter how much I annoyed him, he would just never hit me. I've given him 3 black eyes. God. Just from my youth. I had some guns on me apparently.
Just had some cannons ready to fire.
Muscles. I don't even know the backstory. I remember one was an elbow to the eye, and that's why I just went
not nice.
Black. One was just a jab.
Wow.
He literally just.
That's impressive.
Shut up, and then smacked.
Shut up.
I regret. I'm not proud of it. Although I'm laughing, it's so unnecessary. I don't know why it happened.
I gave my sister a black eye one time as well.
Go for it.
It was a pretty funny one. We had our neighbor over. We were just actually no, I think Rebecca invited her over first. They were just hanging about in her room, and then I knew her as well. So I went in, and we were all just hanging out, having a good time, chilling. And I was showing Emma, the neighbor. I was showing her what the fuck was it? Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
Ooh.
On Nintendo. Oh, loved it. So
unreal.
My sister's trying to show her one of her dogs on Nintendogs, which is more like
no competition.
No, exactly.
Nintendogs is obviously better.
Yeah, well, not this time. It was a different story. And I just kept on showing Emma. I was like, yeah, but look at this. And my sister was like, nah, no, look at this. And she was getting so mad. She just slapped me. And I was like, and then it was like silence. And then it was just red mist. And I just jumped up and jabbed my sister right in the eye.
I got confused there. I thought you meant the neighbour slapped you. You meant your sister.
Yeah, Rebecca. Rebecca just slapped me.
And you.
I feel bad.
Just rattled her eye socket with your knuckles.
Rattled her. I felt bad for Emma, like sitting there, because she would have been like, just in the middle of this, like,
what is going on?
I don't know.
And then.
But that's what happened, and I gave her a black eye, and she said to my dad that she fell off her bed, rolled over, and hit her eye on the bed stand bit.
Bet she thought she was so slick.
My dad was like, no, he denied it. At that point, he was like, no, there's no chance that happened. But my sister was like, no, that's what happened. I didn't ask her to lie. She just did it. She knew she was the root of the problem.
Rebecca's a true hero though, because then you didn't get in trouble.
I would have been like, yeah, well,
Dad, she was fronting. She squared up.
She squared up.
I just said, shut up.
I pulled out my protractor.
Reversal to this situation. Stefan has actually hit me, but it was in like a play fight, so he didn't really mean to hurt me. He didn't hurt me. He hurt himself. He punched me in the shins. Like, I think I curled up into a ball, and he went to punch.
Oh, yeah?
Fractured his knuckle.
Oh, my.
Punching my shin, and it just swole. He just had this weird golf ball in the back of his hand. Bizarre.
That sounds
so weird.
Not nice.
Another class one to do with Stefan is we were play fighting. No, we weren't even play fighting. We had these planes from, the shop in Belfast, Hawkins Bazaar.
Oh, yes.
So it was these planes. I think we might have actually got them somewhere else, but whatever. Threw the planes, and they like looped around in like a circle, which was pretty cool. Like you just threw it, and it would just go.
Was it like a foam one?
Probably. I think so. It has like the wee like plastic tip
I think
on
I
the end,
remember.
and you throw it. Yeah. So it was weird because if you threw it down, it would like backflip, and if you threw it sideways, it would like wrap around. And we used to share the same room, so he was standing up on his bed, and I was trying to throw the plane around him, to make it wrap around him. Basically, like he was trying to grab the plane. We were pretending we were doing like King Kong,
like an MC and a mic.
Okay. I was thinking more like King. I just got that. King Kong trying to take down the plane, right? Then it was my turn.
Oh yeah, that makes
I think he.
visual
I don't
sense.
know. I don't know if he threw the plane around me or if I threw it around him. But it went around twice, and we were all like, "Whoa!"
Whoa.
And then both of us went to go get the plane, like swipe for it, and I like caught his cheek with my finger and just sliced all the way down his cheek, just big scar. And my mum was like, "What were you doing, scratching your brother?" and like shouting at me, and I was like, "It was an accident, I swear." So he still has that scar to this day because he keeps picking it, just making it fresh again, just caving into his own
Since
face.
like 7, he's just been bleeding.
Blaming it on me.
Blaming on the.
You got another one?
Yeah, I do. I've got plenty. We're in this. Yes, a lot of damage to this actually as well.
The cranium.
We'll keep going with the sister. But yeah, outside my house, it's like a very gradual hill, and eventually it comes to like a flat.
Yep.
So I had a skateboard, obviously, because I'm cool. But yeah, I had that, and I was laying on it on my. Actually, no, I was sitting on it first, and I was getting pushed down by my sister, and then we were like taking a turn, so I pushed her down, and then eventually we got to the stage where I was gonna lay on it, on my front, like just
intelligent.
completely.
One of the
actually,
finest
it's a good thing.
things.
It's a good thing we got this. Like chest, and then legs were dangling off, so head was here,
Right at the end
right
of the
here,
board.
right in the end of it.
Right here.
But yeah, so she was pushing me down. Everything was going fine, as it should, or else we wouldn't be doing it. And then I get to a point where I'm like, okay, Rebecca, could you stop pushing me, please? Didn't stop. She thought, nah, Aaron, you could go faster. So she kept going. She didn't say that, obviously, because why would she warn
what
me?
she was thinking.
That's what she was thinking, probably. She just kept going, and then let me go, and then I was flying at this stage. Well, at least I imagine I was. Fast enough, actually, to go off a curb on the footpath we were on, onto the road, go across the road to the next curb, and then see right here where the trucks and the wheels are, hits that, stops dead, my face onto the pavement, and I like scorpioned, just see the section here, my face.
So you were standing on the back of your own head.
I was standing on my teeth pretty much, just grinding down on the path. And then my sister, I just turned around, because I was like, I got up really slowly, and I could like see the blood on my hand, and I turned around my sister, and she looked at me, and just
Instant fear.
spun around and ran home. Like, it was right outside her house, but she just abandoned me. I'm just like, something out of Saw or something.
I have a similar story to do with someone not stopping when they should have.
Oh, yeah.
When I was younger, my mom was pushing me on a swing. Oh, flip. Mom,
Roping your mum into
mom
this.
should not have kept going. She was just pushing me really high, and I was like, alright, okay, I'm done now. She just was not listening. I was like, alright, I'm done. I don't want on this anymore. Stop. Just kept pushing. I don't know why. I don't even know what was going on.
It was probably a different, like, perspective. It must have been massive to you because you were a kid.
Just
So
kept,
she's like,
just
no,
kept going. So I tried jumping off for my own safety,
Ah.
and I hit the dirt. Like, I don't know if I landed on my back, on my face, but I hit the ground so hard, crying. I was like, I told you to stop.
Guilt running through
I
her.
just never let her forget it because
Wow.
it's traumatizing.
I mean, that's sort of your fault too.
100%. Yeah, because well,
Why
I
would you
shouldn't-
jump off?
Well, she wouldn't stop. How else was I gonna save myself?
Just a bit, like, she's not
ride it out.
Grab the bull by the horns. Just gonna ride it
Call
out.
my mum a bill.
Yeah.
Grab me Louise by the horns.
Next story. I'll go to a farther away place, to the caravan site.
Ooh.
Classic wee spot for
Where's that?
for the Irish traveller like myself. No, it's I can't. I also can't even remember where it was. I just remember we used to go there a lot. That's where we had a PlayStation 1. It was unreal.
On your caravan?
In the caravan, yeah. Played
you
it
go.
so damn much. There was this game. What was it? Reloaded or something like that.
Never heard of it.
I always picked this big, like, macho dude in a bunny costume. I was holding, like, a head, just killing people. But
So cool.
it was.
I just wish I was you.
Yeah, you better. But anyway.
Better.
There's a few. There's a good few ones. in the caravan. I'll start off with the one I had in mind, which is when we were going down to the park. That was at the caravan site. There was a couple of people there we knew, just from the amount of times we've been there before.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Rebecca went down as a squad, a very small squad, until we met up with the rest of the boys.
The gang.
The gang. And we started playing the classic hunts.
Oof.
Or tip, or whatever you want to call it. But
Classic game.
yeah, classic. I was gonna say British Bulldogs, but it wasn't the same. But anyway. Yeah, so someone was Ed, obviously. It wasn't me.
Yeah, you're too fast
I'm
to
too
get caught.
fast to get caught, yeah. But it literally just started, so it did. And they were counting down. I was like being cocky, I think. So I think I was like standing close to them because I knew I was faster than them.
Oh yeah, so you were like, you can get me, it's
Yeah.
fine, and then just sprint off.
And then I just turned around, started sprinting, and then turned back and saw they weren't chasing me anymore. But I kept on going, like, oh, so I don't know, like you could, or I can't even remember. Just something cocky, like, can't catch me.
I'm Sonic. Gotta
Something
go
like
fast.
that. But I'm looking back, still sprinting, full speed, not looking in front of me. Turn around last second and just saw this post
Oh
dead
my
in front of
God.
me, and I just ran straight into it.
So that's what happened to your nose.
That's not what that would have. That was when I hit the back of my head. And, came
and then
out.
you got surgery to
Yeah.
extend it back to where it belongs.
It was actually really short. It used to come out about here, so they had to pull it out.
Mm.
Nah, but yeah, it was a. It looked like a post, but it was like a swing set. And these swings were really high, like because you know the way it would be like an upside down V or an A without the wee. Like a swing set would be like this.
Isn't that more like a two slants and then a flat top?
What do you mean?
Oh, you mean the size
It's
of it?
the frame of it.
So- yeah, okay.
Like it would go up and then it would be one long one.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But
gotcha.
these were like really high up for some reason, so they went up like really tall, tall
So
enough
it was just
apparently,
like a vertical post,
Yeah.
basically.
tall enough for me to hit my face before I hit any other part of my body against it.
Every time I'm hearing your stories, it reminds me of other stories that I can talk about, which is brilliant. I was playing hide and seek. I think it was hide and seek or some form of outdoor game with kids that I don't even remember now. But round at my old house, there was this big spar car park with a big, massive green generator for like some electrical stuff that we used to jump on top of.
Oh yes, I
Right,
actually
you know where it is.
that is.
So it's a
Yeah,
big
that's
green
right.
generator. It's not there anymore, but beside it was this spiky fence and then this grass hill into where we were playing hide and seek.
Yeah.
So the tree was our den. You can't get caught when you're at the tree. Someone who was coming to get me, I was like on the other side of this fence, climbing the wall to get me on top of the generator.
All right, yeah.
I just sprinted and jumped over this spiky fence. Could you imagine if I just slipped and fell
Yeah.
onto that?
That's what I thought the story was going to turn into.
Got over it, and like, because I was into parkour at the time, tried to like
Oh,
break
you
roll,
dummy roll.
tried to break roll to protect myself, rolled my ankle so hard, I hit the ground with such speed, like twisted my ankle and just kept limping to the tree. Got to the tree and I was like, I can't play anymore. I can't play. I was distraught, but I was like, that was like something from an action movie. Like I pictured it from the person's perspective, trying to get me. Like, whoa. But
The fence
they
at
just
10
see
foot
me
high.
crush my ankle into the grass. Yeah,
That's
what
so
that's what you're
bad.
sprinting as fast as you could reminded me of, jumping off that thing.
Landing as fast as you could. That sounds so nasty.
Any others from the caravan?
Yeah, it was on a. Oh, my eye. That's it. The end. No.
In the caravan, my eye was itchy. Oh.
Was it Hill? No, it wasn't. It wasn't Hillstoning. But that happened one time as well. It was like this is really pretty fun. We were just cycling home, to the caravan, but it was hailstoning down, and like I just remember one catching my ear, just a real nice flick, made it numb instantly. My sister was like, I can't remember if she was crying or not, but I just remember her like in panic, just in
Thinking this
sheer
hail
shock.
was.
What is this?
This is not normal.
It was so weird, but it was the reason why that made me think that was because there was another bike one, and I said another bike one as if like I already said a bike.
Yeah, you
story.
didn't say the bike one.
Yeah, but I mean
There is multiple bike ones.
Yeah, there is, but I was cycling back again from the park with Rebecca to the caravan, and you know yourself, there's gotta be a race involved at some point. So
Yeah.
I thought, well, actually no, I didn't think. I knew I was faster than Rebecca, so I was like letting her get ahead a wee bit. So I'm like, oh, time to whip on by her, pedal full speed, got past her, and I'm like coming to the end. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pull up the sickest, the sickest wee drift here at the end, and see right at the end of this lane of all these caravans, it's just a brick wall
Yep.
with thorns, like thorny bushes covered. It looked
Oh dear.
like nature's Venus. Well, Venus flytrap is nature,
Yeah.
but you get what I
I
mean.
mean, man-made trap.
Yeah, it looked bad, and my skid didn't go the way I wanted it to, and it just didn't do anything, and I just went flat into the wall, into all these thorns and shit that were like sticking out of me.
Nightmare.
My dad had to pick them all out.
I have
They were on my
every
face
time
and
you
shit.
mention caravan, it reminds me of
hands.
stories.
My ass.
Just picturing you just covered in wee thorns
I looked
everywhere.
like I got attacked by a porcupine.
My story was I went camping once down in Port Stewart, which was on a caravan site. That's why this is related. We didn't have a caravan. I never got the whole caravan experience when I was younger.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So we
much
just
pleasure.
pitched a tent behind a wall in the caravan place and was just chilling. The night, the sky decides to open and flood the entire caravan park, and we're just in this tent, soaking, like absolutely drenched. So we just like got back in the car and just sat there like
Aw.
miserable. I had like 2 missing teeth at the time, and I was like playing my wee Game Boy. Like, do you reckon the rain's gonna stop anytime soon? I just want to go to sleep. But no, worst camping experience ever.
Why did you just sleep in the car? Is that what you did eventually?
I feel like the rain calmed down, but it was just
It was just it was
way too heavy
far
to be
gone.
like staying in that tent.
That's so upsetting.
I have another one that reminds me of your race with Rebecca. My mum and I went to go get my hair cut. This is actually quite recent, about a summer or 2 ago, I think. She was sunbathing and like really badly burnt all the front of her body, but the back of her body wasn't burnt.
Yeah.
And the way we were walking to the hairdressers, the sun was beating us in the face, and she was just so sore from the
Yeah.
sun. I was like, right, we'll just go back. We'll walk backwards, and we'll just look like weirdos. But that's
Yeah.
alright. We'll just walk backwards, so you're not getting burnt. She's like, alright, no worries. And then I jokingly was like, Risha, started running backwards. She tries to catch up, falls on the curb, and shatters her elbow, like just in
Aw.
between like a speed bump and the curb, and her elbow just right on the end of it, shattered. Starts swelling like mad, all covered in blood and whatever. I was like, Mum, you good?
Mum.
I think I won the race. Anyway, she came with me through the haircut. Don't know what. Like she,
What?
like literally just went.
Her
sat.
arms swelling up
She,
like
she was starting to go like pale a wee bit, so I was like, Mum, I'm heading out after this, so
Yeah.
like go to the doctors, get someone to take you because you look like you're actually about to faint. It was broken.
Oh my god.
Just
And she sat through.
Exactly. She was just like, the hairdresser's like, do you want a wee cup of tea? And she's like, no.
No.
I don't
want a
feel good.
doctor.
I don't feel good.
Can I get a doctor to come, please?
So she blames me for that.
I
But
don't
I
blame her.
just, what? She can't run
Well,
backwards.
she did-
That's her own fault.
She did.
She burnt herself.
participate.
I didn't burn her. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's true.
So that was a cracking one from my mum.
Cracking, literally.
Good.
I got another bike story, but
Ooh, we love a good bike
it's just
story.
good. Actually, no, there's two. No, that second one's kind of irrelevant. But just quickly,
Go for it.
just came to my mind when I was at the caravan site one time. This is gonna be. I don't even know why I remember this. This is one of those things where you're like, why do I remember this? But
Tell me more.
I just really wanted to go out, right? My dad said, not until you have your breakfast, so I fucking scoffed it down, me.
And
I
one
got
big
it
bite.
down. Nice wee bowl of Rice Krispies. Threw it up straight away.
Really?
I swear.
Like instant vomit?
I no idea how this happened. I just ate it all, and then I was like ready to go out, and then I just threw up. And my dad was like, just annoyed because like
Yeah,
there's
'cause, like,
vomit
you-
on the floor in the caravan.
Yeah.
It's like that's because you ate it too quick.
I think I noticed that.
Yeah, it might be that, but that was that story. That was a real brief one, and then
It's a weird one.
it was a weird one. I don't know why I remember it. I just remember seeing. It looked like someone just spilled a bowl of Rice Krispies on the floor. Like it didn't look like it was in my stomach at all.
That's so good.
But yeah, I don't know why I remember that. This other one This is just pain on a
Go
different
for it.
scale. This is like the first story and this one combined. There's this like tight alleyway that I was cycling up real fast. Just wanted to see if I can. No one else was with me. I can't even remember what I was doing. I
You're
was just
racing
cycling.
yourself, beating your own
I
times.
think I must have been doing some sort of time lapse or something around the. I actually don't have any idea what I was doing.
Why you were going so fast?
I don't know why exactly. There's no real reason for this whole story, but I was going around this alleyway bit. Then it went up to the turn. So like there's this house. It's really tight. It's like 90 degree, and then like 90 degree again.
Okay.
But I was going super fast, and so I was cycling up, made the first turn, and then I kept going, and however I did it, I just went flat into the wall. And see, on a bike, it was like a mountain bike, so like the frame of it came up a bit, and then
Yes,
out to the
like
handlebars.
Okay.
My penis hit that so
I don't know
hard.
what you were gonna say there.
Oh my god! I actually felt it like rattle my pelvis, like from it went through my penis and rattled my pelvis. It was the most disgusting feeling. I
brilliant.
was in so much pain. I literally like fell on the bike and was just sitting there for ages, curled up, crying, just holding on.
By yourself.
Just, I couldn't move. I couldn't get up to run home.
It's picture you lying there.
Why
with
did we
your
always do
bike
that as a
just
kid as well? Like
jammed
whenever we
into
fell
you?
or something, we just ran home.
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, oh damn this.
I've
shit,
got some
that's
good
another
ones
story.
about Connor. He was at my house all the time. So he was the first person I ever knew that had a trampoline. So he eventually convinced me to get one as well. And in my the first house I ever lived in, we had these like.
See that? That's a
Yeah,
hair going through my sock. It's still connected. to my
That's so
leg.
weird. I was watching you pick that for a while, and I was like,
why
"What
is
is
it
he
not coming
doing?"
out? And I felt it.
And I was just picking a hair out of
I
his
don't
sock.
tell them.
Well, they're gonna
Keep it a mystery.
they're gonna know now. So under my trampoline, we had these ceramic plant pots, like the size of that purple bucket there. That's like the size of plant pots we had. Just a bucket, just a normal sized bucket,
But shin height.
ceramic, and they were under the trampoline. Don't know why.
Just-
Why would we store anything under something
Just
that people
so-
are bouncing on? So Connor decides to jump as high as he could and try to land on his back. Because he was the only one on the trampoline, like I was standing off to the side, he went right into the center and just the entire trampoline started to give, and he slammed his spine right on that ceramic plant pot, just winded himself instantly,
I
just
hear
lying
it.
there like, and I just died laughing because I'm a horrible friend.
See the noise of someone winding themselves? It sounds like death.
You can't recreate it. It's just one of those guttural noises. It's so bad.
I think I've winded myself like once. I've bound to do it more than that.
A few winds in me.
Just to memory, I've definitely done it once. Just slipped 2 feet back down this like slight hill. It was so slippy, and I don't know why I was going down it, but I just went both feet, hit my back. There was like the top half of it, so that's how it got winded. But
Yeah.
it just emptied me.
Nasty.
Just
Just
like a whoopee cushion.
turning the taps in your lungs and all the air is going out.
So bad.
I had a bad fall today.
Did you?
It was actually a joke. I cannot believe how this happened.
Really?
So I was in Erin's house, walking down the stairs,
This disbelievable.
and I was talking to Erin. She was ahead of me and had already turned left into her living room. And I was looking in this bag of like yogurts that I just bought from the Spar. I was just telling her about all the yogurts that I bought. I know it sounds so weird, but I told her, I was like, yeah, I got 2 strawberry ones and a peach one. Thought I was at the bottom of the stairs. Like I was expecting wood to be the next thing I touch. I was still 4 stairs up. And I just hit the dirt. Like, my spine hit the bottom step. And I was just lying there, and Erin runs out like, oh my god, are you okay? And I was like, I literally just fell from 4 stairs up. I don't know what happened. And she was just like,
How could you even-
I have no idea. Because I was looking in the bag, I just assumed I was at that floor level. I've never in my life
mad.
fallen downstairs like that. And I was just blown away. I
That's
just
like-
lay there. I lay there for ages, just being like, how did
It
this
sounds like walking up the stairs at night and then think it as an extra step.
That's exactly how I felt, but the
Damn.
gap was massive.
Was it like?
does.
So you thought when you were on the step, you thought it was gonna be level.
Yes.
So you like stepped.
No,
further.
like,
Oh no!
I
Oh,
knew-
it'd still be a step down.
I was picturing like I was on the bottom step, and then I would step
just
down onto the wood.
You would have took a further step out because you thought it would have been flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that would have.
And I just missed completely.
That-
That happened today, like literally before we met up, or before I went to the cinema earlier.
Silly.
So bad, I was gutted.
What if that paralyzed you for life?
That's intense.
I wish.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Then we could be wheels and the leg man.
Go round and round.
You'd be the leg man, and I would be wheels,
Why would I be leg man?
because you got legs that work.
Leg man. Oh right. Oh.
I would be wheels because I'd be in a wheelchair due to falling down
Shoot the
4 stairs.
steps, thinking you're at the bottom.
I've always thought about like falling down the whole set of stairs. I'm pretty sure my mum's done that before. I 90% sure my mum has fallen downstairs, and I just heard doo 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 doo. Ah! And I looked down, and I was like, "Mum."
I think I've fallen
You-
down a whole
you
set
good?
of stairs. Yo, we got a spider in that door there.
Whoa, that is a big ass spider. We'll just let him be.
Yeah.
We're probably interrupting his
Sesh.
slumber. We're interrupting his podcast.
noise. Gun.
I have another trampoline one. I had a lot of dumb injuries in the trampoline, but that's also because I'm a very dumb boy. We were safety conscious. We were health and safety before health and safety was an issue.
Oh, yes.
We had our. I didn't know what that noise was. We had a net around our trampoline at all times, right?
Seriously?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you
Like
were
never
sarcastic.
had no. Never
No
had
net.
no net. What-
Never
I was-
had no
Never
net.
had no net. Net was never missing a net. Always safe. But the net is not as safe as you would think. There was one time, I don't know if it was a backflip or a front flip. If it was a backflip, I have no clue how I landed on my neck. But my throat caught on the top of the net from a flip. So
Yeah.
like all my momentum was going onto my throat. And I just gasping for air, didn't know like what to do. I'd never experienced that sort of chokage
Choking.
before. Another dumb one was backflipping or doing some form of flip and landing on my knees. And I don't know if you've ever landed on your knees on a trampoline. It sort of like shoots, like it tweaks your back a wee bit. But I twisted my spine in a way where I just couldn't move. I just lay outside on the trampoline, wailing in pain, and no one came to help me. I was like, it was just a boing, boing, and just lay there. I could not do anything about it. Just and
Didn't call anyone?
it felt like I was scorpion myself, but like upright.
I've seen a video of that. Somebody
was-
do like a reverse scorpion.
Just
The
landing.
most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Not good.
It looks like it's like, oh Jesus, don't even want to.
Yeah, please
picture
don't. Please don't.
But
Have you got another one?
I was gonna try and think of a trampoline related
I actually
one,
have another
but
trampoline
I
one.
don't
but
really
you-
have any.
If anything you got, go for it.
No, I don't have any trampoline. I remember. Well, actually, no. Josh, my brother and cousin.
Tricky.
We just got brother. He was on trampoline one time. We didn't have a trampoline. We just always went on someone else's. This was a
Poor.
trampoline.
You just were
kit.
poor, basically.
Nah, you know what it was?
Financially challenged.
My mom and dad were like,
Didn't love you enough.
nah, that's why I reckon. They said, this was like a couple of, actually no, it wasn't even a couple of years ago. I think it was like last year. We were saying about it, about like how we never got a trampoline as a kid. And they were like, we never thought you wanted one.
What kid doesn't want a
Who-
trampoline?
Yeah.
You ever
Come
seen
on.
that video?
How are you going to look at me in the eyes and say, yeah, we didn't think you would want a trampoline?
You ever seen those videos of like tornadoes whisking trampolines up and then landing in someone else's garden
Yeah.
and they're just gifted a free trampoline?
That's how it is.
You were
Well,
just
it would've
dreaming for that
been-
day.
That would have been for me anyway. If I was the other hand, that was my trampoline going to someone's
Oh.
garden, I'd be
Fuming. You'd
on
have that thing
back.
anchored
I'd be
down.
walking in and being like, can I have my ball back?
Can I have my trampoline back? Oh, nasty.
Oh, anyway, back to the story.
What was he doing?
He was just on it, and I don't know why, but he was on a skateboard on it, on the
Yeah,
trampoline.
that's cool.
That's fine, but it wasn't just the deck; it was
Oh,
like wheels
and trucks as well. That's
go
dangerous.
around and around. And then they just bounced up, hit him right in the fucking, like here,
Right in the
lip. Oh,
Top
not even lip. There's a word for that, but I don't know. Hit
I
him
have
there.
a scar there.
Hit him there.
Hit
on
him,
your
hit him
scar.
right in my scar.
Hit him on your scar.
That was bizarre.
That sounds.
Spitting,
I would not want that
spitting
to happen.
bars right now. I have another trampoline one. It's.
Oh,
I've already told you this. Well, only recently. You'd only heard this the other day. I had a trampoline in my last house. I also had one in the original house, but this was a different trampoline. And it was in my back garden, right below my bedroom window. And I was just thinking one day, like, I wonder if I could jump out of that.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Land on the trampoline. And I was like, yeah, 100% could do it. Like, it's not that big a drop. It's just like a normal house height, and I'm landing on something
Normal
bouncy.
house
So like,
height.
there's really not an issue. But when I did it, I had never really thought about how I was gonna land. Like, would I just land on my
Afterwards,
feet,
yeah.
or would I land on my back, or would I land on my butt?
Or land back where you jumped from.
Boing. Back into my bedroom. So I wasn't prepared. And I was like, Mum was sunbathing out the back. It was in the middle of summer, and I was like, "Yo, Mum, watch this!" Just launch out of my bedroom window. Tried landing on my feet, but was not prepared for the force of my upper body following.
Dropping.
Both my knees just right into my chest, and I just lay there in pain. I didn't know how to land.
I can just see your body, like, see the way the springs are meant to, like, bounce you up?
Yeah.
That's your body just exploding.
It was so bad, right in the chest, and I was just lying there in pain. My mum was
Buckled.
like, "You're an idiot."
She didn't. She just
But I
looked
was.
at you like.
I was an idiot.
No, like
I also jumped off my old garage into the trampoline as well, which was roughly the same height as my window, so like,
no big deal.
no big deal. Done it before.
You should have tried jumping from your window off the trampoline onto
On
the
the
garage.
garage. Whew, but
That's
what
probably-
if
this
what
is
if
probably
I
why
had
I'd
kneed
never had a
myself in the
trampoline.
chest at the start of that jump?
You just coat your chin on the top of the.
The garage. Go for it. Anything else?
Oh, there's definitely more.
We're coming up to 37 minutes here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
But we
God.
also had a bit of setup time and stuff like that, so some of us will be chopped up. Because most of my injuries and stuff I said in my first podcast and the second podcast, they were both talking about
Oh.
scars and breaks, and then the next one was childhood injuries. So I talked about like my cousin stabbing me. I talked about here's one I forgot to tell on that podcast. I'm so glad I thought about that.
Oh.
This is what my mum reminded me of, and there's a picture of me as a baby with this injury. It's so bad. Like,
Pictured like a baby with
so
like
here's the
casts
story.
on both legs.
My mum and dad used to have like Jeeps, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember, but it was something like a Jeep, a big tall car
4x4
for a
sort of
kid to try and jump out of, like onto
What?
the, like
Oh,
you know what I
right,
mean? Like,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
me being a young child trying to
Jumping
get
out
out of
of
that
that.
was tricky. So my mum and dad
Jumping
always
from your
came to
window
the
onto a trampoline.
that's what it felt like. They always came to the door, and we would like jump out to them, and they would
Catch you.
just bring us into the house, right?
Yeah.
Today my dad didn't make it to my door in time before I jumped, and I literally launched out of the car and just landed straight on my face, and like gushing with blood all down the side of my cheek, and like there's a picture of me eating dinner in my granny's house with this big massive scab on the side of my head. I'm gonna try and find the photo because it is actually brutal.
I wish I got a photo of whenever I slipped on a skateboard because
I'm so glad you don't have a photo of that.
It was in P4. It's the most like disgusting thing. It's like it looks like, it just
Like your
looks
face
so
was
bad.
degloved.
Yeah, literally like all along here was all like scab.
I don't like that.
It's
I
so
don't like
nasty.
that at all.
I got a full recovery.
I've got some weird pictures. Like every injury that we've had skateboarding, we kind of take pictures of, like our swollen ankles and stuff.
Yeah. Wee baseballs.
Yeah, whenever I first rolled my ankle running across the treadmills, I have a photo of that. I have a photo of my wrist broken, and it literally is bent like a spoon. It's like it goes
I've seen
straight
that.
like this, and it goes down and then back to being straight. Nasty. I can't even remember if I have any others, but like
I still need to go to the doctor about my wrist. It's
I-
still sore.
one I wish I had taken a picture of. This is another story. Was it Portugal? In Portugal with Erin and her family 2 years ago.
Do I know this? I think I might.
You do, but I didn't take a picture at the time.
Alright.
So we were out on the razzle dazzle having some drinks, a few
Yeah.
cold bevies,
Cool, baby.
and we were heading back to the hotel room
Follow
and
me on
just
Instagram.
shooting the shit, chatting in the house. Follow Aaron's Instagram at cold bevy. So we're just in the wee apartment talking shit. My bed was like the sofa had like a wee under part that rolled out into a bed, if you know what I mean. So you pull it out.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
bed
yeah.
underneath.
Yeah.
I explained that terribly, but That was sitting out a wee bit. I walked past it, cracked my foot off it. I was steaming. Had no idea that it was like in the way, right?
Damage, yeah.
If you picture this as my foot,
Uh-huh.
this second to end toe was 90 degrees. Like, I had hit it so hard, my toe broke. And drunken me had no idea what to do. So I just looked at it, started instantly panicking, grabbed it and just snapped it back up. And I was like, I think I just broke my toe. And I started crying my eyes out, like just started hyperventilating, wanted to go home. I was on holiday and I'm like, I need to go home. I need my mum right now.
Oh my
So
Lord.
how they fixed me was we went into the shower and ran cold water on it. Erin got as many plasters as she could and just taped my toes together with plasters.
Plasters?
Yeah, because we were gonna have like a med kit with us,
That's fair.
so we just like stuck the toes together so that it was straight and it would like fix like that. And then I just got a really tight sock and put it on. That was me for the rest of the holiday. Just kept it like that. So bad. But I remember
God.
taking a Snapchat and sending it to one of you guys about what happened, and I drew a picture of what my toe looked like. I just wish I had a picture because it was just all purple and completely
That sounds like
90.
I would have like. It
So
sounds like you
bad.
should have got it cut off.
So bad, but sure. Apparently your toe breaks all the time anyway.
Yeah, it does.
but
Yeah. That's what I
I've
heard.
never seen my toe do that. It was bending it like
That
Beckham.
was like an extreme breakage right there.
It was so bad. My nose is running like mad. I hate hay fever. Carry on.
Think of a final story.
Wow, what a loser. I gave you so much filler there.
I know you did, but I was like that, like interested, just really engrossed into your story there.
Think of like a short and sweet one.
Short and sweet one.
Do you ever get
What
stabbed with anything? Any mad scars?
I can see the one about me play wrestling with my dad.
Go for it. I don't think I've
Uh,
heard this. And this will end it up, I guess. Wrap us
We
up.
were in the front room, just me, my sister, my mum, and my dad, just chilling in the living room
Like villains.
like villains. And me and my dad, I can't remember what initiated it, but we were just like messing around, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take you on." Made like a whole 4 foot something.
Yeah.
Thinking I could take this
You could.
Goliath.
Because
of
you
a
were
man.
a freak of nature as a
Yeah.
child. You destroyed your
Just
dad in that fight.
Climbed up him, snapped his neck, and then but he was standing there in the opposite end of the room. This was like a western, so it was like a standoff, standing there. But I just like looked at him, thought, right, you know what to do, Aaron. This is me talking to myself. You know what to do? Run at him with your head down. So I'm like, boom, like a rhino of some sorts.
Yep. A hornless
Like a
rhino.
Dildo. Don't thinking this. Ran straight at him.
Oh, dude.
I just knew where he was when I looked at him
the
last.
general direction.
Just, I knew he was there. Then I was like, alright, he's in front of me somewhere. Just run forward. Ran at him, and then he just moves out the way.
Just gets sidestepped.
Moved. Yep, he literally just went like... And I went square into... Actually, not square into it. Right on the damn edge of the radiator with my head.
Oh
Just,
my god.
And like, picture this as the wall and this is the radiator, and this is my head. It just went like...
Oh, off the radiator,
Yes,
on the
onto
wall.
the wall, and then onto my back, unconscious.
Oh my god, you actually blacked out?
Yes, well, I don't remember this. I just remember hitting my head on it, and then like
Your family.
just being in the kitchen with an ice pack on my head. But my sister filled me in on what happened after that. My dad stood there looking down at me like, "Oh fuck,
I have killed my
What have
son."
I just done?" My mom screamed. Hold on, let me-
Please, I want to hear this scream.
Alright, okay. I'll just do it in my best impression of her. Andy, what have you done? And I was like, that's what she... Andy, what have you done? That's what she done. She screamed at my father for killing me. My
Class.
sister's just sitting there,
Gobsmacked.
thinking she's going to be an only child now. My mom rushing over me, get like down beside me.
Someone order a coffin.
And just picked me up and carried me into the kitchen. Big, massive bump in my head. About an inch out of my head. It was like right in the center.
And that's why the police took your family away.
Wee red dot, yeah. That's why now I surround myself with
friends that beat you.
With family, it's all just me. It's like,
Oh yeah, you are your mum in a
It's
wig.
like
Your mum
Psycho.
is you in a wig. I said you were gonna end it, but if I don't get these stories out of my head, I'm not gonna have another opportunity to tell them. Me and my dad were play fighting, and he knocked my tooth out.
wow.
Like he was just lying on the bed, and I was sitting beside him, like punching him, not like hard. I was just
Yeah.
striking him like a stranger.
He had enough. He was like,
So I was just like, I obviously had a wobbly tooth at the time. He didn't just knock a perfectly fresh tooth out of my mouth.
on your jaw.
So I was just punching him in the chest, obviously doing 0 damage, and he he just uppercuts me, and my tooth launches out of my mouth, and I was shocked. He's not the only person who's knocked the tooth out of my mouth. My brother as well, but he did it in the most retarded way possible. I'm so sorry to use that word, but like. Stefan was standing. I had another wobbly tooth. It wasn't a fresh tooth again. Standing in the living room, spinning in a circle with both fists out, and no explanation.
Preparing to launch.
No explanation for why he was doing it.
I mean,
And I mustn't have been watching where he was spinning, and he just spun around and just right in the side of the mouth, and my tooth came out.
maybe
I
it was like a gravitational pull.
I think
Like,
he just started
Just started sliding
vortexing me
forward.
in. I just had no control.
Stefan, no, stop, brother.
But yeah, I had to get them off my chest because I'm hardly going to make another injuries video. So I
That's
just
true.
got to get them out of there. That was all. That was 40,
Most. That was
40 plus
a
minutes of
lengthy
us
one there.
talking shag.
Yeah.
As per. If you've got any mad stories or injuries, leave them in the comments below. Aaron, where can we find you?